This is the Buga Sphere, which you can currently see flying in the skies of Colombia. When people saw this mysterious object flying in the sky with their own eyes, they were shocked. According to some locals, it was changing colors as it flew, and then suddenly, it quickly crashed to the ground. After that, when this mysterious sphere was examined by several scientists, some surprising things came to light, because the X-ray images of the Buga Sphere clearly showed that it was perfectly round, with no joints. Also, 3 different metal layers were detected in it, which had 18 strange marks, and in between them there was a microchip-like structure. Not only that, when the weight of this Buga Sphere was checked, it was found that it was constantly changing its weight. Besides this, it also had many strange alien language symbols, which you are currently seeing on your screen. Seeing all these mysterious events, many experts said that this is alien origin technology, meaning this sphere did not come from humans, but from another world to Earth. But what is the truth behind it? Is this Buga Sphere seen in these videos really alien technology, or is its truth something else? In today's video, we are going to talk about this topic in detail and find out the real truth behind this Buga Sphere. So hello guys, I am Kaushik, and let's start another new episode. Friends, before moving forward in the video, just as you are connected with me on YouTube, I would like you to connect with me on Instagram as well. This is my Instagram user handle. The link will be in the description box. Go and follow. Imagine a spacecraft that can go anywhere in the universe. And most importantly, it can make copies of itself, without any base station or control center. Just one machine that makes other machines. Now this sounds like science fiction, doesn't it? But this concept is based on a real theory, which is called self-replicating spacecraft, or von Neumann probes. This concept was given by the scientist John von Neumann. This theory says that if an intelligent civilization wants to find a distant alien civilization in the universe, they would create an ideal spacecraft that would not only secretly observe alien life in different star systems, but also take raw materials from the moons, asteroids, or planets in their star systems and create exact copies of themselves. Then those copies would go in different directions and repeat the same process. Slowly, a chain of these probes would form throughout the galaxy, and these hidden alien probes would constantly be observing every civilization in the galaxy in some way, without them even knowing. But if that's the case, is a von Neumann probe watching us too? Well, shockingly, maybe yes. March 2nd, 2025, in the small Colombian town of Buga, people saw a strange object in the sky. In the afternoon, a shiny, metallic-looking sphere was slowly floating in the air. It was first seen by a local woman, Maria, who recorded it on her phone. The video clearly showed that the object was moving in the sky without any sound or support. The sphere's color kept changing, sometimes blue, sometimes golden, and sometimes white. People stood on the street, watching the event in amazement. After floating in the air for a while, the sphere suddenly moved downwards and hit a nearby high-voltage power line. With the collision, the power went out in the entire area. Then, that object fell into a small forest nearby. There, a local man, David Wallace, picked up that mysterious alien sphere from the field. David later said that this object was perfectly spherical, about the size of a large football, and when he touched it, its surface was cold like a bar, as if it had been kept in a freezer for many hours. At the same time, there were no visible joint marks on its surface, which are usually found on human metallic spheres. In short, David himself was calling this Buga Sphere of extraterrestrial origin. Amidst all this, another strange thing happened, which gave this whole story an even more mysterious turn. Friends, before moving forward in the video, let me tell you that David picked up the sphere, but he neither gave this object to the authorities nor to the police. He said that if it fell into the hands of the government, this object might never come before the public again. Therefore, he handed over this sphere to a person whose name has been associated with UFO-related controversies before, and his name is Jaime Maussan. Yes, the same person who, a few years ago, went to the Mexican parliament with his self-made human bones and glue mummies, claiming that these were real alien remains, which was later proven false. That's why when this person's name came up during my research on this topic, I understood that this story was not going to be so straightforward. Now friends, according to reports, as soon as the Buga Sphere came into Maussan's possession, He immediately started an investigation of the sphere. A well-known radiologist, Dr. José Luis Velázquez, was called, who scanned the internal components of the Buga sphere with special X-ray equipment. It was found that the internal structure of this sphere was extremely complex. It was made of 3 different metallic layers, between which there were 18 extremely small spherical particles or spheres, as if protecting some special technology circuit, because in their exact center, something like an advanced chip was hidden. The entire internal structure of this sphere looked like a futuristic circuit board. Now, talking about the outer surface of the sphere, it also had many mysterious symbols, some of which resembled the languages of our ancient civilizations. When some experts tried to decode them, they found some random words like unity, transformation, and consciousness. So the question here is this sphere some alien technology? And are aliens trying to send us a message with these symbols on it? So, during the investigation of the Buga sphere, scientists discovered another strange thing. When the sphere was placed on an electronic weighing scale, its weight was slightly different each time. And when it was put in water, the water turned into steam as soon as it touched this mysterious sphere. All of this was something that humans were seeing for the first time. Even our technology is not yet capable of making such an advanced, silent flying probe that can change its color and weight. As soon as the video related to these mysterious events of the Buga sphere went viral on the internet, everyone had the same question. What is the truth behind this mysterious Buga sphere? And was it sent by an advanced alien civilization to spy on humans? So first, a German physicist actively got involved in this case. He stayed in Buga for only 3 days and, after a close examination of the sphere, suddenly returned without giving any official statement. No report, no follow-up, and no contact with any researcher. His disappearance in this manner made the whole incident even more mysterious. People started asking if he found something that was being hidden. Well, this is not the first time such mysterious spheres have been seen on Earth. There is another very famous sphere on this list, whose mystery still keeps scientists up at night. The name of this mysterious sphere is the Betz Sphere, which was found in Florida in 1974. It was a shiny, perfectly spherical metal ball, and it also made unexplained movements, which is also considered to be of alien origin. And according to many reports, even today, the US government is researching the alien technology of this Betz Sphere. So is the Buga Sphere also some unexplained alien technology like this? As the news of the Buga Sphere was going viral worldwide, another strange incident occurred that further complicated the matter, because now another new video started going viral, in which another sphere similar to the Buga Sphere was seen flying in another city in Colombia. Its motion, shine, and flight pattern perfectly matched the Buga object. So does this mean that there is an advanced alien civilization in the universe that is observing us by sending such advanced spheres? It was a summer night in 1977. The radio telescope of Ohio State University in America, which people called Big Ear, was carefully observing a corner of the sky. In those days, a new craze had begun among scientists, the search for extraterrestrial life through radio signals. By scanning radio waves, it was being observed whether any signal was being sent to us from a distant star system. And then, suddenly, we received a signal that shook the SETI, Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence community for decades. Its code was 6EQWG5. The name might be strange, but its impact was profound. This signal continued for about 72 seconds in a narrow frequency band, and the source direction was the Sagittarius constellation. Now, this wasn't static noise. It was so perfect and intense that telescope operator Jerry Amon simply wrote next to his printout. From here, this signal was recorded in history as the signal. But the real twist was that this signal was never received again. From NASA to many observatories around the world, they tried to capture it again for years, but nothing. It was received once and then disappeared forever. And that's what makes it different from other cosmic events. If it were natural, like a supernova or a pulsar, it would surely have been received again. But it was received only once, in a very targeted way. Just like an intelligent civilization would do when sending a message to someone. Its frequency was 1420 megahertz, which is the natural emission frequency of hydrogen gas. Now the question arises, how would aliens know that humans would detect this frequency? But this is the interesting point. Hydrogen is the most common element in the entire universe. If an intelligent species wants to send a message, they would probably use such a universal channel. This means this signal could have been sent with full planning. But then why did it only come once? Was it a signal from a passing alien probe? This is where the story connects to our intro about the von Neumann probe, which we will now explore in a bit more detail. So, in the 1940s, mathematician John von Neumann explained the possibility of a theoretical machine that could replicate itself, as we understood at the beginning of the video. This means that if an advanced civilization created such a spacecraft that could go to other planets and make copies of itself, those machines could spread exponentially. And the most logical structure that can be given to such probes is a sphere, because a spherical structure can easily withstand vacuum, pressure, heat flux, and directional movement. That's why if an alien probe is exploring random galaxies, its spherical shape becomes completely practical. And if such a probe is passing by our Earth, accidentally or intentionally, and it sends a brief transmission, it might sound like the signal. That's why some scientists believe that the signal could be a first contact ping, a signal sent by a probe to check if any intelligent life notices this signal or not. But at that time, our technology was not developed enough to trace any physical object in that direction. That's why this whole concept remained a hypothesis. But the Buga Sphere incident made us wonder if this object was a self-replicating alien probe of that kind. If this mysterious sphere found in Buga had fallen into the hands of a scientific researcher or a neutral observer, then perhaps we could have discussed this seriously. But as soon as the story of this sphere got connected with Jaime Maussan, everything instantly changed. Now, this case is not about a scientific breakthrough, but rather a part of an old and repeated pattern, a pattern that always involves mystery, media hype, grand claims, and ultimately, a blatant deception. Jaime Maussan's name is not new in the UFO world. In the 1990s, he conducted several shows and investigations on Mexican TV claiming alien evidence and presented himself as a ufologist. But almost every viral claim in his career later turned out to be clearly fake. In 2005, he sent a video of a small alien body to international media, claiming that its non-human origin had been scientifically proven. But soon after, forensic experts confirmed that it was actually the carcass of a monkey that had been mutilated to look like an alien. In 2014, he leaked a picture which he called the Roswell slide. He claimed that it was an image of a real alien body associated with the famous Roswell UFO crash of 1947. He held press conferences, gave interviews, and created a hype on the internet. But independent researchers verified that the image was actually a blurry photograph of an old museum mummy, which was made to look mysterious through angle and editing. In 2023, Maussan took another bold step. This time he presented 2 alien mummies live in the Mexican parliament. He said that these remains were found in the Peruvian desert and, according to DNA tests, they were completely different from humans. The eyes of the whole world were on that event, but within a few weeks, Peruvian anthropologists and forensic experts revealed that those mummies were also fake, made by gluing together some human bones and animal parts. This time the pattern remained the same: a weird object, attention-grabbing claims, flashy media exposure, and as soon as proper scientific research began, all of Maussan's claims turned out to be false. So, is the Buga Sphere fake too? Well, with the Buga Sphere, we see the same pattern from Maussan: a shiny spherical object, cryptic symbols, X-ray scans, mystery, technical explanations, and then zero public access. No raw data, no independent verification. Where is the sphere? What is its current status? Is any neutral institution testing it? The answers to these questions are still not publicly available and probably never will be. Because when we did more in-depth research on this topic, many things came to light that clearly revealed the truth about this Buga Sphere. Because when several experts analyzed these viral videos frame by frame, they found that the motion of this sphere floating in the air was unnatural, but not alien. This movement was like a custom drone setup. Its speed, movements, and sudden accelerations followed patterns as if the metal ball was being flown by being tied with a very thin transparent string to a drone flying at a high altitude. And the chances of that are quite high. because the video has been deliberately made so blurry that it's almost impossible to see any fine wire or string in it. Figures like Jaime Maussan know that a viral video can reach millions of people, while a peer-reviewed lab report will barely reach a few thousand, and they repeatedly play on this psychology. They know that blurry footage, dramatic symbols, and cryptic language spread rapidly among people on the internet in the name of mystery. And by the time real scientific data comes out, the audience has already made up their mind. Now, I'm not saying the Buga Sphere is fake, because to be honest, the only claims about it on the internet are those Maussan himself made, calling it alien technology. Until a major scientific institution proves it real or fake, it could be anything. But Maussan's past record is weighing more heavily on the mysterious part of the Buga Sphere. Well, friends, now I would like to know from you whether the Buga Sphere is really an alien probe or not. Please tell me your answer in the comment section. If you liked the video, please like it and share it with your friends. Before you go, friends, let me remind you once again, if you also want to start trading and learn to predict the market, then click on the link in the description and join Rajesh's Telegram channel. The signals are absolutely free. Try it soon before Rajesh makes access paid. If you are new to the channel, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. And if you liked this video, I recommend you watch the next video, where we talked about a very big mistake made by Einstein. Actually, when Einstein was giving his general theory of relativity, there was a very big mistake in his theory that was breaking the law of conservation of energy, and Einstein himself was unable to adapt to this mistake. But this mistake was solved by a girl who got lost in history. Now, what was that mistake, and how was it solved? Watch this video to know. It's very interesting. I'll meet you with the next episode. Until then.